Hello, how we doing today? My name is Spectrum Dominus, and today we are cleaning cards for our second PSA shipment. We have, this is video part 3. There's 2 videos before this, so if you haven't checked it out, check out the videos to see where we're at. This right here, this is all the cards we've cleaned so far. I just put them up there so I didn't have that blank one behind me. Once we get them all cleaned, they'll come out because they're going to be shipped off. We got 2 more stacks of about this many cards, so it's not a lot in these videos. I try to keep them shorter than the first time when they went, I think, nearly an hour, 45 minutes to an hour in the cleaning. So we're just going to clean these, get these going. The first 2 videos were all football cards, except for the one that we have to authenticate, the Mickey Mantle rookie. But the rest of these are all football cards. That's because of the July special on PSA is football. So those are separate. They have to be done separate. Not that they had to be cleaned separate, but they're going to be ordered separate. So I did those first. And then the rest of these are everything else we're sending. So they're from all sorts of different sets and sports and whatever. So let's just go through these. Our first card here is an Austin Theory. Now, for those of you who know me, I'm big into WWE. I'm big into all wrestling. I'm not going to say that. I'm big into wrestling. I'm watching AEW, getting caught up. I'm watching Ring of Honor, getting caught up. When I get those caught up to where every week all I'm watching is the new stuff, then I will be doing TNA and getting caught up. Last time I watched TNA, Moose fought Austin Aries in the championship of Slammiversary to win the championship. That's the last thing I remember. So I will be going back in time to that point and catching up to today. So I've got years of that to catch up on. But I'm a big wrestling fan, and Austin Theory, I have a lot of, that's my new guy. I love some of the greats. I love John Cena and Roman Reigns and stuff like that, AJ Styles. But when new young talent comes in, I pick 2 or 3 of them that I really like. I like what's going on with LA Knight, but I've liked him from TNA when he was Eli Drake back when I was talking about a few minutes ago. Eli Drake was in TNA way back then. So I liked him back then, just like I liked AJ from back in those days. So the young guys that I've latched onto, Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, Ethan Page just came to NXT. I'm watching in Ring of Honor right now. He kind of shifted from AEW to Ring of Honor, and he just lost he just won an I Quit match against Tony Nese on their whatever their WrestleMania is. I keep forgetting what the Final Honor whatever battle. I don't remember what it's called. But so in where I'm watching, Ethan Page is still a wrestler for Ring of Honor / AEW, yet he is the NXT champion. So when he came over, it was completely a surprise. I did not know he was not there anymore. And I am ecstatic that he is the NXT champion, because I'm big Ethan. Oh my gosh, I just did that whole card without you guys seeing. So I cleaned it, slide it in here. So this is Austin Theory, though. This is one of my top guys that aren't one of my. I have my historic top guys, my whole life, and then I have my current top guys, and this is one of my current top guys. I really like Austin Theory. I think he does a great job. This is rookie card from Topps Finest. I bought this off of Whatnot when I was doing that testing. If you guys have followed me for a while, you know that I went on to Whatnot and I purchased cards to test, to see how it worked, how they charge, how the charging was done, what they shipped. A lot of the cards, like back here, there's a Tyrese Maxey back here. You can barely see it. It's right here. And it's in a it's in a one touch. I purchased that not because I'm a Tyrese Maxey fan, but I wanted to see if they were going to give me the one touch. I spent $1 on that card plus shipping, which was like 34 cents because I had already bought some other stuff. And so I spent $1.34 on that card. And the one touch you can't get for $1. So when it came with a one touch, I was like, I'll just go on there and buy anything that anyone doesn't want for $1 that comes in a one touch, just to get cheaper one touches. And I did. I've done several of those things. I believe I also got this on Whatnot during that time. Several of these probably the same situation, but this is Star Wars Galaxy. I purchased, yes, this, and I also purchased a Han Solo. The Han Solo is in the grouping to get graded someday, but it is not in this one. I am not a Han Solo. I don't dislike Han Solo, but I'm just not a Han Solo guy. I am, however, a Yoda guy. If this, and I see little scratches in it here, let's see if I can show you that. See those scratches right there when the light shines? I suspect that'll keep me from getting a 10. Yeah, there's some surface over here too. This is like those holograms, and in the first video I did a hologram of a Barry Sanders holo. This is the same type of thing. This chrome here is so scratchable that it has tiny little marks all over it. This is going to come back a 7. I'm hoping for an 8. I mean, I'm hoping for the guy is blind and gives me a 10. But if I get an 8, I'll be happy to keep this card at an 8. I don't know that I'm keeping many cards that are 7 or lower. Only, iconic rookies until I get a better version type thing. I may buy a Carlton Fisk rookie and send it, and it comes back a 5. Good enough, I'm keeping it till I can buy another one. Whether it be I buy another one that's graded higher, or I buy another one and send it in to see if it'll get a better grade. But that's the only time I'm keeping anything that's like lower than a 7 or lower. So I'm hoping to get an 8 at least on that. Just for myself, I really like Yoda. I love that card. It's such a good card. So we'll see how that pans out. Next one, we went from wrestling to Star Wars, and this one we're going to comic books. Captain America. We got a Captain America Upper Deck Marvel 21-22 Annual. We opened this on What's in the Box Wednesday and got this card. I was actually a little surprised when I was entering it in the PSA database that it was in the PSA database. I had to enter several things myself into the PSA database because they didn't have it, because I do just such weird cards. But this one, no, it was there. I was very surprised by that, considering the cards that weren't there. So here we go. Captain America Backscatters, they're called. It is a really cool. I don't even know if there's any reason to do the back. That back is paper. It might be even a sticker. But oh yeah, peel here. It's a sticker, but it is a really cool sticker with the. I don't know what you call the style, but it's almost like one of those Mojo cards from baseball, where we get the Mojo inserts. There's Thunder. You hear it. You hear it. I hear it. Crazy. But still, that card is cool, and that would be one I'd love to get a good grade on, just because of what it is. All right, the next one here, clearly I was going to send in the past because it is already taped up. We've talked about this before. The Jalen Waddle from the previous one, I got a 10 on it, and I was going to send it. So I've talked about this before, how I tape. That's how I would tape the cards to make sure they didn't fall out. There's actually a piece of tape inside the piece of tape. I take a smaller piece and put it there, so this is not sticky, just the outsides are, so that if the card did slide up here, it wasn't touching sticky tape. But that's what I would do, is I do that and then send that to next level grades. And this is one, Tim Duncan. I was never a big Spurs fan, but I did like Robinson and Duncan a lot. And so this was one I was going to get graded. This one, if it were to come back a 10, I would absolutely keep it. if it comes back anything but a 10, then I'll probably get rid of it. It's like the Champ Bailey. It's a Stadium Club Chrome, and if you can see it, you can see it, just open your eyes, but the thing I was saying about the Champ Bailey in the previous video is true about this one too. It's just it's a chrome card, but it's not chrome like just a prism chrome that is just a refractor version. It has such a nice look to the card. I love the looks of those cards. I know just in my heart that there's no world that this is going to get a 10, but man, do I wish this one would get a 10. This would be a nice one. Kind of want to, I won't do a stream about it, but I kind of want to go through and figure that it's going to come to the same percentages as last time, and then say, okay, well, that means you get X number of 10s, X number of 9s, X number of 8s. How would you like this to play out if you could? Just to see. I know, obviously, that one I'd love to get a 10 on, but there's no world. But this one as well. That one is one I'm looking at over there. So that's a cool. It's a Tim Duncan rookie Stadium Club Chrome. All right, this one here is also a rookie. In fact, it's not considered a rookie, but it is 89. Ken Griffey Jr. has the rookie card in Donruss. This is Donruss Baseball's Best. You can see in the back here. He was at Vermont, San Bernardino, Birmingham. He hasn't even played yet. He was the first round selection, 87 June draft. And this is a Ken Griffey Baseball's Best. Ken Griffey Jr. Baseball's Best from 89. So it's his rookie year. It's not considered a rookie card because he had a base card in the rookie set. This isn't like an update set. They have other updates and rookie and the rookies and all that. But this, it doesn't matter that it's not considered a rookie on the sheet. If this were to get a 10, this would go for similar prices as his Donruss rookie card does. Problem is, there's a white spot there, right above my glove. Let's see if I can get the light over there. You can see it a little better. And a red spot there. And that alone is going to keep it from getting a 10. But if it comes, I don't know how much that'll hurt it. If it comes back a 9, Ken Griffey Jr. rookie 9 in a set that isn't as populated as his other ones is probably still worth it anyway. I'd love to get, if this came back at 10, and it won't, but if this was one that came back at 10, there's no way I would get rid of this card, which makes me think that I might want to buy another Baseball's Bets and see if I can get a better version. All right, then we have one of my guys we talk about all the time, Mark McGwire. If you have a Mark McGwire, you got to keep it. If you got a Mark McGwire rookie, you got to send it. This is considered a Mark McGwire rookie, which is weird because he does have an 85 Topps card, and this is an 87 Topps card. So in every other case, when you already have a Topps card before it, you are considered not a rookie. This is, however, considered a rookie. Now, this is probably one of the best conditioned ones I've seen. We pulled this ourselves out of the 87 Topps What's in the Box Wednesday. We looked to probably do that again. Got a lot of Barry Bonds that we sent to Next Level Grade, but we never sent this. Now, you can see that it's slightly fatter on the left than the right, but it really isn't so much fatter that I'm like, I could still see that being enough to give it a 10. I'm not sure it'll happen. I expect to get a 9 on this, but it is a very pretty card. And, man, to have an 87 Topps Mark McGwire rookie, yeah, that'd be something. I want that. I want that and the 85, but really. And you guys, we talk about this. I've said this before. I want to emphasize it every once in a while. I would rather have an 87 Topps Mark McGwire rookie that I pulled myself and sent myself than a 10. 87 Topps 10. I'd rather have this as a 9 than a 10 that I bought. Sure, the 10 is better for me long term, but it's a hobby. This isn't my retirement. My retirement's in gold and stocks and crypto. That's where my retirement is. This is a hobby, and I want to have fun doing it. And my hobby, the way I enjoy my hobby, is opening the boxes myself, sending it in myself, getting it back, and seeing what I got. So this coming back as a 9 will be amazing. It's just like the Tony Gwynn 983 top Fleer that I got. That is a better card than if someone just handed me a 83 Fleer Tony Gwynn 10. Sure, would I like to have an 83 Fleer Tony Gwynn 10? Absolutely. But then I didn't do anything to get it, so it's kind of like playing a video game and then handing it over to your brother and saying, hey, beat this level for me. Okay, now beat this level for me. Okay, now beat this level for me. You didn't play the game. It's better that you did it yourself, even though you didn't break any records, Right, so we talked about it. I've mentioned it even on this stream already, in this video right here already, about how sometimes they're just people you send. We talked about who was it that we talked about? That it was just like, that's just who you sent. Oh no, it wasn't on this. It was on a previous video when we were doing the mailbag. We was like talking about LeBron James and Michael Jordan. So if you have a card, you just send a LeBron James card. It doesn't matter if it's a base card. Well, Nolan Ryan is that way for me too. When I do these sets and I open up cards, if the Nolan Ryan card is in good condition, if it's centered well, I'm just gonna grade it. I don't even care that the card is a 1989 Baseball's Best, some kind of cheap side set thing, which is what this is. It is just centered so well. It is in such good condition. I'm sending the Ken Griffey Jr. I'm also sending the Nolan Ryan. And to be honest with you, I believe I have others. They're not in this one. They're not up there, so they won't be going the next one. But I believe there's a Mark McGwire and a Barry Bonds and a Bo Jackson, or at least some of them. Actually, I kind of feel like there was one that wasn't. I was like, that's weird that wasn't in there. But I know there's a Bo Jackson, and but maybe it wasn't Mark McGwire. But those are in my to send as well. These are just cool cards that you don't see often. So get them done. All right, here we go. Here's one of the yellow classics. I believe I have a yellow. Yep, I can see the Frank Thomas right by my head when I do this. Right here, Frank Thomas. That's a Frank Thomas rookie. Kind of weird that the Frank Thomas rookie is not going, and yet the Chipper Jones rookie is going. If I was sitting here right now and I haven't already entered these cards, if I decided to do the cleaning first, and the reason I don't do the cleaning first is because I have a X amount of money. It's not like I sit here and go, okay, we're going to send 50 cards, the end. I say I have X amount of money and I need to enter them into the system until it says that's how much it's going to cost. So we just keep entering and entering. And once they're in the system, I know, okay, we hit our limit. These are the cards we're doing. The end. And now we're at this point, and I'm like, yep, if things were different, I would switch this card with a Thomas, because Thomas is more of a guy of mine. That being said, I'd more likely find out what card I considered the last card and say, okay, this one needs to come out and this one needs to go in. There are several cards in here that I would probably rather not send than that Frank Thomas, which means that all the cards in front of it probably as well too. But mainly I'm just judging it because there's a Chipper here that's going and the Frank is not going, which is kind of weird. But that is a cool Chipper Jones. I'm going to the Frank turned in awesome, but the Chipper Jones at the time was the guy. Chipper is still kind of awesome, but he was like the #1 draft pick. So, but yeah, I'm gonna get that classic Chipper Jones. This is one of those situations where, you know, that's not a highly desired card. That's not great. But if it's came back at 10 and it's a Chipper Jones rookie, there are other Chipper Jones rookies that are worth sending as well. But the population counts on those are a lot higher than that classic card that I just did. All right, so we did a little hockey. In fact, we opened up the 1991-92 hockey traded set. And in it, we pulled, I would say 10 to 15 cards to get graded or otherwise. This is the only one that made it in this shipment. This is Nikolai Havibulin. He ended up being, like right now we have Vasi as our, I'm a Lightning fan. I live in Tampa. We have Vasi as our goalie, and he is by far the greatest goalie we've ever had. But the Bulin wall, Nikolai Havibulin, was our greatest goaltender until Vasi came along. One thing we've always had when we've had successful teams is we have very great goaltending is what we've had. So Javi played back with St. Louis and that grouping back when Stamkos was like young, just starting in the league. Nikolai Havibulin. So this one's probably not going anywhere. This is one that I want in my collection, and because of that, because this is one that has no real value if it's not a 10, and only there is no, like, this one I would probably send to next level grades if it was still a thing. But I want to get Havibulin's rookie. Upper Deck is the hockey thing. It's OPG until up to 1991-ish, and then in 1991 on, it's Upper Deck if you're doing hockey. So this is the card for Havibulin. I really want this card, so I'm hoping this one comes back at 10. That would be really cool. All right, next card here, and I kind of was just talking about this. If you have a card, doesn't matter the card. If you have a card that is, we were saying Nolan Ryan, but I also brought up Michael Jordan or LeBron James or whatever. If you have a LeBron James card, get it graded. The end. Get it graded. Getting a good grade on that card, there will be a market. There will always be a market. This is a Upper Deck Space Jam Power Moves insert LeBron James. When they did the new Space Jam 2, a new legacy, and LeBron James did the Michael Jordan part. They came out with a set of cards, just like, I'm sure they did in the past. I have some Looney Tune cards we're going to do eventually here that have a young Ken Griffey Jr. on them. And hopefully some of them will be in decent condition, because I plan on getting them graded when we do that, sorting cards. But he's in several cards in the set, a lot of cards in the set, because it's him. That's what it is. And this one in particular is a chrome looking card. It's in good condition. It's LeBron James. Get it graded. Get it graded. That's always the rule with one of those guys. All right. So the first card we did on this video, we got 2 cards left for this video. But the first card we did on this video was Austin Theory's rookie card. This one here is not a rookie card. It's the next year, I think. Pretty sure this is not the same year. But it is an Austin Theory, and it is numbered. You can see there it's 106 of 149. It is a Cosmic, is the variation on it. And this is 2022, whereas his rookie is 2020, it looks like. Yeah. 2020. So it's not a rookie, but that doesn't matter. It's a Austin Theory card. He is one of my guys. I have it here. I bought it on Whatnot as well. and it's a numbered card. So I'm going to get this Revolution card. I have a couple of Revolution cards that are baseball, and they're not licensed. That's the problem. Is Panini? I don't remember what set this is. It's is Revolution. This is called Revolution. Oh, it's because it's Chronicles. I got some Panini Baseball Chronicles, and they have Revolution cards in the Chronicles because that's what Chronicle sets are. And I have a Vladimir Guerrero and a Bo Bichette, and they're really cool looking cards. And I'm like, I want to get them both graded, even though they're not licensed. Just sitting next to each other before they're traded. That'll probably be a cool little thing. But this is Austin Theory. That's my guy, and it's numbered. So we can get that graded and hope that one comes back with a good grade. We hope that all of them come back with a good grade. All right, and then my final card here, it's kind of weird. It is the Frank Thomas Upper Deck. Frank Thomas. And you look right here, we got a Chipper Jones 91 Upper Deck right there. So it's like we did the classic Chipper Jones and the Upper Deck Frank Thomas, left the Upper Deck Chipper Jones, and left the classic Frank Thomas. And maybe that's why I did it. I explained in an earlier video when we were organizing back here with the Nico Collins. When I found the Nico Collins rookie, not this Nico Collins rookie, but this Nico Collins rookie, where is it? This one here. I decided I wanted this Nico Collins, the higher one, graded more than the lower one. And I explained how sometimes it's not just an individual card, but it has to do with the player and what's going on. And so the Nico, I wanted a Nico Collins card. I wanted a Nico Collins rookie card graded, and I wanted it graded to this level right here. I can't move my finger. It's hard to do this backwards. Right here. So I had the Panini up here, the Panini purple variation. Then when I found this one, I was like, well, I still want it to this level, but I'd rather this card. And it doesn't mean that the Panini purple goes there, because there's so many other cards I'd rather graded than a second Nico Collins rookie. Same type of thing here. When I got to this point, I wanted the Frank Thomas more, so I put the Chipper Jones. And then when I got to the classic point, I was like, well, I already have a Frank. I'd rather do the Chipper Jones. And the same thing with the card style. I could have just done the 91 Upper Deck Chipper and the 91 Upper Deck Frank, but instead I did one of each type, is what it is. I don't think I wiped that one off. I think we stuck it in. I was too busy talking, as I do often, and I didn't wipe it off. So let's clean it and end this video. I just got a text. Apparently I forgot to turn my phone on Do Not Disturb, which is fine. That's not a big deal. But I just got a text that they traded away. My Rays have been trading away the whole team, which is good. I want them to trade away everyone on the team, but I picked 6 people, 4 pitchers and 2 position players that I'd like them to keep. Everyone else can go. And honestly, it's 3 position players. It's 7 people. But I was talking to another fan, and he didn't agree with me on the one guy that I kind of like, and is just being terrible right now. But I just got a notification from Voila that the one position player I want to keep. It was a third baseman and a catcher that I want to keep. And the third baseman, our all-star, Isaac Paredes, just got traded. Oh well, we are doing a real good job with what we're getting back in compensation. We've gotten 9 prospects, 2 of which are on the top 100 prospects, several of which are in our top 30, all of which are in our top 30 prospects now for our personal team. So really good compensation. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about Frank Thomas. He is my backup first baseman. He's my first baseman on my second team and my DH on my first team. But we're going to send that in to get graded, see how that turns out. That guy is awesome. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. We got one more coming. Come back to see. I actually started at like the middle. That was the middle to the bottom. The next video is actually the top to the middle of kind of in order. So you're going to see much better cards again in the next video than you saw in this video. So we'll see you there, guys.